Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. It's one of our top stories today. Closing argument in the Senzo Meyiwa Murder Trial within a trial on the admissibility of confession statements taken from 2 of the 5 accused, set to continue in the High Court in Pretoria today. Once again, Chriselda is part of our team, live to us there from just outside court. And Chriselda, the big question, of course, as we begin this Monday morning is what we can expect in court for the week ahead.
Well, Ayanda, a very good morning to you. Indeed, as we indicated on Friday, the defence in the Senzo Meyiwa murder trial had argued that the state had dismally failed to prove beyond reasonable doubt that the alleged confessions and the pointings out of scenes by accused number 1 and, of course, those so-called confessions by accused number 2 were made freely and voluntarily. So the defence said the state must prove beyond reasonable doubt that a confession or a pointings out or admission, for that matter, must have been made freely and voluntarily in sound and sober senses and without influence. So the state, they say, has dismally failed those particular requirements. The state, they say, did not satisfy this particular court that the rights of both of those accused were explained to them. So the defence lawyer Thulani Ngomezulu had begun his closing arguments here at the High Court in Pretoria on behalf of Muzi Sibiya and Bongani Ntanzi in this trial within a trial, which he correctly pointed out is to determine the admissibility of the alleged confession. So Thulani Ngomezulu was recently appointed, you'd recall, as the defence lawyer for accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya, contended on behalf of his client and accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, who you would know was represented by Leepo Selele, that basically both of the arrests of these two were wrongful and unlawful. So the defence counsel had also basically challenged the process which was used for the apprehension of both of these accused on the 30th of May 2020 as well as the 16th of June 2020 respectively, basically saying that the rights of accused 1 were violated, the warrant of arrest was unlawful, and saying that accused number 2, there was no warrant of arrest for him, and up to this date there's never been, or he has never been taken to KwaNongoma. Remember, this is relating to the murder case which he was facing, and basically saying that their rights had been violated. So both of the accused maintaining that they never confessed to involvement in Senzo Meyiwa's murder, and accused number 1, Muzi Sibiya, saying he had never taken place or had never been part of any pointings out. Accused number 1 says after he had been assaulted, he had basically had no choice but to protect his life because there was no one there basically to assist him, and that he had no option but to sign a prepared document which he was given to by police. He also says it did not point out any place in Vosloorus, basically saying or disputing that he directed the driver on that day to any place in Vosloorus. So Ngomezulu, of course, also urging the court, saying that the evidence of Bongani Ntanzi, who's of course accused number 2, should be accepted as reasonably true, and basically that he had given a consistent account, according to the defence, of what had taken place. So this morning we're expecting Leepo Selele, representing accused number 2, Bongani Ntanzi, to begin his closing arguments.
Chriselda is part of our team just outside the High Court in Pretoria, watching major developments in the Senzo Meyiwa trial within a trial. For now, Chriselda, thanks very much indeed.